Debate tonight in Thousand Oaks. The school board there will talk about whether to teach children about the accomplishments of the LGBT community in the classroom.
Well, parents have a lot to say about the issue. CBS 2's Christine Lazar shows us an email by the board president that has a lot of people talking.
This email sent by a local school board president is at the center of a debate over how much kids should learn about the LGBT community in public schools.
We can talk about those people without necessarily that aspect of their life.
With parents weighing in on both sides of the issue.
It's basically meant to rectify what hasn't been an inclusive history.
Jess Wyhe is a mom and a blogger who lives in Thousand Oaks. She posted the email from Conejo Valley School Board President Mike Dunn to her Anonymous Mommy Facebook page. Dunn was responding to a parent who was questioning his perceived hesitation regarding the FAIR Act. It's a state law which compels public schools to teach the contributions of people with disabilities and those within the LGBT community. Dunn responded by writing, in part, "If I ignore my Christian beliefs, what happens to my soul when I die? Where I spend eternity is far more important to me than being a school board trustee."
I respect everybody's right to have their own faith and their own morals and to teach their children what they feel is appropriate. But I do think that religion and education should be separate.
Board member Betsy Connolly addressed the controversy on her Facebook page, telling her followers, if we only tell the typical story, where does that leave the 7-year-old who has 2 dads, or whose mom is a firefighter or dad is a nurse or in a wheelchair? I think it leaves them feeling at best invisible, at worst shamed. But this mom of 4 thinks Dunn's email has been blown out of proportion.
I don't believe that he has imposed God on anyone. I believe that what he's done is just said that I'm led by my faith, and that makes my decisions.
I emailed, called, and even knocked on Mike Dunn's door, but he has not responded to my request for comment. In Thousand Oaks, I'm Christine Lazar, CBS 2 News.